Can't wait to use this.
Well, hello, friend. Yeah, just fly right where I wanted to go fishing. Thank you. Holy Christ. What do I even do? This thing is so freaking thick. Wow. Look at that tank.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing Concept 2 Ski Erg, and I'm going to be telling you if this is something worth purchasing for your home gym. So I'm going to be going over the construction of the machine itself, the value, the effectiveness, the versatility, and if I recommend it or not. So this is what the machine looks like. I got the optional floor stand here. And this thing's really nice. You can mount it to a wall, but the floor stand lets you move it. And you really never know. I put it somewhere and I'm like, oh, I think this is really where I want the machine. And then a month later, so if you get a new equipment or if you just want to change things up or you find somewhere that you think is going to work better, it's nice to be able to move it around. And it's really solid. And the nice thing about that too is when you're skiing, if you're sweating, it's getting in this area here. It's not going on your gym floor, it's not going on your carpet like I have here, so it's a really nice addition. It is like an extra 225 bucks, but I think over time it's definitely worth it. So the machine itself, you got the two ski handles here, and these just attach from ropes. Pull these down to actually get the fan going there. The machine, let's see, I'm 6 feet tall, so it's probably, or I'm 5'10", it's probably about 7 feet tall or so. So if you have short ceilings, you might want to consider that, but if it fits under the ceiling, it's fine. There's no reason that you're going to need any extra room above it, just like an extra inch buffer maybe, but this is the machine, the PM5 that comes with it. This will tell you certain things. So the time itself is right here, how many strokes per minute. The time it would take to get you 500 minutes on your current pace. This is your total meters right here. And then your average 500 meters. This is for if you're going for longer periods of time. I just went into sleep mode on me there. Split meters, projected meters for 30 minutes. Most of these I really don't use. I just focus on the time and then my time for 500 meters and my total meters. So if I'm doing like conditioning intervals or something, I like to keep my 500 meter time under 150. I know I'm pushing it pretty hard. This is the fan right here. This is what you're actually spinning when you're pulling the handles. And it's got 0 to 10 resistance level, so this just basically closes off or opens up more of the fan. And 10 is pretty challenging. If you're strong, if you have strong upper body, strong lats, strong triceps, it's not a super tough thing to do, but to be doing it for more than like 30 seconds to a minute at a time is pretty tough. I usually have this setting at probably 4-3. Just because I'm working more on conditioning and I'm not working on strength, but I'll go all the way to 0 for just longer, steady state, easy cardio days, like recovery days. I'll go up to 10 if I'm doing like hard alactic 15-second intervals, but most of the time it's around 4, and that would be either 1 to 2 minute intervals skiing. So I'll show you a couple of views of me doing the actual skiing itself, so I'll show you what that looks like if you're not familiar with it. So that's the general motion. I like to put a little bit of hips into it, do kind of more of a full body. You can do it with just your arms too. and a lot less hip hinge and stuff on it. So that's the way I prefer to do it. So as far as any variations of it, there's really not a whole lot to do. I mean, you can do certain things like, let's see, you can do outward strokes. So that would look like this. You can do inward. Like I said, you can just do straight arms. You can do alternating arms, so it's like this. I really don't do any of those. I'm mostly just doing regular skiing with some extra hip hinge in there. So as far as versatility goes, it's not really made for anything except for skiing itself. Resistance levels, there is some versatility in that. You can go pretty light to pretty heavy, and it's easy to fit into conditioning workouts. You can just do skiing for 1 to 2 minute intervals. You can mix those up. It's kind of nice to have an upper body machine, because I like to pair it with like Schwinn Airdyne sprints or 2 minute rounds on the Schwinn Airdyne. And at the end of that, your legs are feeling it quite a bit. It's nice to alternate upper body stuff with that to give your lower body more of a break. So the construction of the machine itself is going to be a 5. This thing is built like a tank. Concept 2 is really known for building some of the nicest equipment there is. And this thing is going to last you several years, if not probably a lifetime. The only thing may be you need to replace the strings if you're really using it a ton. But yeah, as far as construction goes, it's built like a tank. The accessory, the floorboard accessory, is also built like a tank. It keeps it really nice and rigid. I mean, this thing is not moving at all. It's wiggling a little bit on top of the actual floor itself, but when you're standing on it, it's even more stable, and yeah, it's not going anywhere. Everything's built solid. For the value, I'm gonna do 3.5. It is an expensive piece of equipment, but at the same time, you do get what you pay for, and for how built the thing is, I mean, you understand that it's gonna have a high price tag with it. So on Amazon right now, this is where I bought mine. You can see it's $815 for the machine and $225 for the stand. Pretty sure this is about what I paid for it. So you're looking at a little over $1,000, free shipping. I did put it on my Amazon card, so I got 5% cash back, so a little over $50. So that's kind of a nice bonus too. But depending on who you are, $1,000 for a piece of equipment might be quite a bit, or it might be not very much. So overall, if you're going to use the machine, especially like in Minnesota here in the winters when you don't have much to do outside for workouts, it does get a lot of use. I probably use the thing a couple times a week in the winter, and probably once every other week in the summer. So because in the summer I'm doing sprints and stuff outside more often for conditioning. So overall, the value is there, definitely. If you have the money to spend and you're looking for a piece of equipment, it probably wouldn't be my first choice for conditioning. I'd probably go with a bike first, but if you do have a bike and you want to throw in another piece of equipment, this would probably be my second recommendation. So value, pretty good value. It is expensive, but like I said, you get what you pay for. Effectiveness, I'm gonna give it a 4. So it is an effective piece of equipment. It gets you breathing heavy, it gets your heart rate up. And like I said, it is nice for upper body, to kind of alternate between upper body and lower body. So it fits into my workouts good for conditioning workouts. Even just like an easy 20-minute aerobic workout doing skiing, it works really well. On the lighter resistance, you're gonna get an arm pump on it, but it's not gonna make your triceps or your lats sore the next day unless you're really pushing it hard. So it is quite effective. Carry over to sports or any other lifts, not so much. I mean, it's mostly made just for conditioning purposes. If you're doing a lot of skiing, you probably see some stronger lats and stronger triceps, but it's definitely not a great way to strengthen them or the best way to strengthen them. It's just kind of like a little side benefit. But as far as getting your conditioning up, it is an effective piece of equipment. And as far as upper body cardio machines go, I think this is probably the gold standard. So next up, Versatility. I'm really just gonna give it a 1 on Versatility. This is probably the weakest point of it. You are spending $1,000 to do something that's really only you can ski on, and I mean, if you're creative, you can maybe do some kind of rotator cuff stuff with it, but you're not getting any eccentric force on that. You're only getting concentric, which if you're sore might be good for some warm-up type of stuff or some blood flow to get rid of that rotator cuff soreness. But really, I don't see much of a point of doing that. There's better ways of doing that kind of stuff. So you are spending a little over $1,000 if you get the floor stand also on a piece of equipment that you can only do upper body conditioning on. But that said, if you do have the money to spend, and I do think if you do have the money, it is worth it. So Versatility, I mean, you're buying a Ski Erg. You're not buying a total gym. You're not buying some piece of equipment that's built for multiple things. It's built for one thing only, and it's very good at that one thing. But if you're looking for something super versatile to add to your home gym, this is not the equipment you want. So do I recommend it? Yes, I do, with the caveat that you have $1,000 to spend, or if you're gonna put it on the wall, $800 to spend, and you already have a fairly well-rounded home gym. You at least got some free weights, a pull-up bar, and then like I said, I would recommend some kind of a fan bike like the Schwinn Airdyne over that. Once a lot of those basics are taken care of, especially if you live somewhere like I do, Minnesota, where there's snow on the ground and you're not really outside jogging, running, biking, or anything like that in the summer, and you do want to get some more conditioning, this is definitely a good piece of equipment. And like I said, if you have the $1,000 to spend, this is definitely my first choice of equipment for any kind of upper body aerobic conditioning type of stuff or interval stuff. So do I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. If you have the money and you already have a fairly good setup for a home gym already, it's definitely worthwhile adding to your arsenal. I just want to take this time to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully I've given you some ideas on if this is a piece of equipment you want and if it's worth the money for you. And if you like this video, you want to see some more equipment reviews in the future, or you want to see some workout ideas, please subscribe and share your comments or likes, or share the video on social media. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.